Okay, guys, now we're receiving one activation card here, but I feel called before we get that card to just share from the reading that didn't tape the message that we received, and it was reflection because I'm feeling called to, and it's important. It's part of the sequence. Reflection. See yourself for who you truly are. There is a dark, shadowy side to each of us. We all make bad decisions, think destructive thoughts on occasion, and ultimately have to face our own mortality. There's so much about ourselves we don't want to see, but we're seeing it. We're seeing all of ourselves, the disowned parts of ourselves, the disowned pieces, and we're putting ourselves back together in order to create a new, and we're going to transmute our pain, the lower vibes. Let's look in the metaphysical mirror. Take a true look at your whole selves. We come out of denial and admit what is really going on inside. Breathe into what's not pretty, what we don't want to own, along with what we like about ourselves. We let ourselves be perfectly imperfect human beings. Carl Jung said there can be no transforming of darkness into light and of apathy into movement without emotion. It takes immense courage, humility, and the feeling to admit, I am willing to own my part in life too. I have flaws and failings, and I have the right to happiness too. I have the right to be me. Can we admit the truth? And this is that connection to the all and being connected to all of it through the center. No matter where we came from, we have or have not, or what we have or have not done. So no matter what we came from. Oh my goodness, no matter where we came from or what we have or have not done, it's time to face up to it and own it. So look, we're going to face up to all this and own it for the collective in order to so we can transform and create a new, guys. It's just time. We're not separating ourselves from this bullshit anymore. We're a part of it. We always have been. And we're seeing this, and we're seeing this for what it is so we can build. We're building anew. We're creating anew. We are the children of the same universe. We all have access to grace, forgiveness, and hope if we dare to face our truth and join the human species. And this is what we're doing. This is what we are in the process of doing right now. And this is connected to fire, of course, number 4, and refinement. What looks inside awakes. And we are in the process of refinement. And we are looking inside in order to awake. This is part of this expansion and what we're doing with these light codes. And this third eye activation. And there it is. Look, our purification. And that's what this portal was about. Purification and what wasn't coming with us through this portal. And here we are, creating the new world. And remembering that the new world is not just new. It's part of the old. It's being birthed from the old, created anew through the present moment, through the center. And this has something to do with collapsing time to enable to move forward and to heal with time here and to untwist it. It already stopped recording. Okay, guys. This has been quite the process this morning to receive this message. All right, what's being activated? Innocence. And it landed right out on the Emperor and Empress and the Lovers. There it is. And we know that this is what we've been working on. This is part of our transformation. This is part of how we're going to transmute all of everything that we're seeing in the all and heal it with our light. There's a connection to innocence here. And what are we working with? Surrender and celebration. We are going to be celebrating this in a new earth way, of course. It has to do with perspective. We're shifting perspective, and the Father is helping us to burn away old perceptions. I want you to see this. This is beautiful. Our connection to innocence. This has to do with going to the center and going to the center and going to the center again. Start again with a clean slate. Sometimes we need a completely fresh approach to life by being inwardly still and pure. We open and become present to a new beginning. When we start a new job, take on a major responsibility in our family or community, or undergo a significant health change, we return to a state of innocence. So if you're experiencing those things or have, this was part of your patterning in order to understand this, to restore this, to heal with this. Like the baby, we need to lean on the strength of others. We may feel vulnerable, lost, or afraid when asking for help, but a new beginning is the proper time to seek guidance from a mentor and let others lead the way. Approach the situation like a baby. Open, curious, and excited, we allow ourselves to be parented by those which can show us the ropes. They can support and watch over us as we find our footing. And this is parenting us now that we're mature. This is helping us to create a new part of our recalibration and working with our chakras in a whole new way with our energy. Spirituality, once we are highly conscious of the true nature of existence, a kind of mature innocence returns. The world feels indivisible and whole, and as it was before we were born. We flow harmoniously with the universal rhythms and experience life energy as loving goodness and oneness. All things in the world look very different, and we see it as though for the very first time. And this is connected to water, a new beginning, and number 5. And the stars look very different today. That's the message of this card. The stars look very different today. And in working with perspective, that's working with fire, and number 5, and refinement. So we have the feminine and masculine connected here. Remember, we have the Emperor and the Empress with the Lovers. So we're working with fire and water, okay? Study the situation from a fresh angle. Change your viewpoint. We may be locked into seeing only one aspect of what's going on. As adults, we easily get mirrored in our ways. The scars of traumatic experiences limit our perspectives and shut down our spiritual growth. How important is it? Recalibrates our view and puts each challenge in its place. Now let's shift our point of view. If low, go high. If narrow, go wide. If looking inward, look outside, or vice versa. The energy of the opposites, we're healing through them. Twin flames, starseeds, we can do this. Now, we're going to try a reverse angle or a new position that reveals what we've been missing. There is a whole spectrum in between squinting through a microscope and scoping out the wide panoramic view. Let's shake things up, recalculate our assumptions, and adjust our understanding. Children live completely in the moment. They cry one minute and giggle the next because they know no bounds. They explore the world from every possible angle. They think nothing of rolling upside down, climbing a tree, or running to the far end of the playground. The ladybug on the blade of grass is as fascinating as the shooting star. Free your mind and be like a child, and that's healing from our perception. That is straight truth. That ladybug is as fascinating as a shooting star. But we've been programmed to think not. Free your mind to be like a child. View your current problem sideways. There is always more to it than meets the eye. And also, too, we've been conditioned that we can't be a child when we grow up. We can't hold on to that childlike wonder. Everything has to just turn amok, and that ain't true. So, guys, what meets the eye? What meets the eye? We're going to expand off this, as well as those series of readings about our integration of the light. And I can hardly wait until next time, guys. Love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with today. Thank you for hanging out with the Father and the fire here with us, the fire element. It's been a lit morning. I love you guys. Take care. We'll see you soon. Now, guys, I was just cleaning up the cards and separating them, and lo and behold, I noticed there's a card flipped over, and it is the Nine of Wands. This has to do with our alignment. And remember, we're nurturing our alignment and what we're coming into alignment with. And here we honor the feminine and the masculine. And we're seeing something. This means something. We're going to start here next time.